and Take podcast with Brucey, Chop and Losh.
Let's get it, boys.
Here it is.
Episode 1, ladies and gentlemen.
One of one.
Numeral uno.
One of many.
And how are we doing, guys?
Good, Choppy, good.
Fucking excited. Really excited.
It's a little bit like that. We've been getting ready for this for a number of months now, since probably April. Start of quarantine.
Start-ish of the
But
whole
the idea
shutdown.
was years ago.
Years ago,
We'd always talked about doing a podcast. Look, we like to think we're pretty funny. You know, we have good
Not just funny, but entertaining, I think.
entertaining. We
hope.
we talk about good topics. We're opinionated, which is critical. And we talked about it for ages and never actually did anything until this year.
Pulled the trigger. Only took a global pandemic for us to get our shit together.
And get into it. So
thanks, Wuhan, I guess.
well, I think with episode 1, we've got to go around and sort of introduce one another, and everyone gets to tell a little bit about themselves and really let the audience know who we are. So I've got the big man over to my left, Big Loshington.
I think a lot of people won't realise who we are by our nicknames as well.
This is AKA Damon Mule.
The Mule.
Mike.
D. Mikey Mush.
None of these names are complimentary.
No,
No.
none.
But it's Losh or Mule. Yeah. What can I say?
Well, tell us a bit about yourself, mate. That's what we want to know. The people want to know.
I'm a sports nerd. Engaged to the beautiful Hannah, which you guys all know.
She is beautiful.
And a lot of people do know.
Hannah is our main sponsor of the podcast at the moment.
And my life. We're supposed to get married this year, but obviously with Corona, we've run into a few hurdles, so that's not happening at the moment. But, we're still planning it and it'll get there eventually.
Because of your brother and your dad.
Yeah, they both live in Melbourne. And
thanks, Lynn.
Yeah, thanks, Mason.
Yeah.
Dad.
Thanks, Mason.
Wedding crashes. But
the wedding of the year is now off.
Yeah, but it's all right. It'll happen soon. And then, what else about me? I like cool shit. Mainly from when we were kids.
You're a Carlton tragic.
I'm a Carlton tragic.
And we
lifelong.
just walked into this room, to the studio, and they come off quite
a big win.
A resounding from behind win.
We'll get into sports later, but I definitely came in with a pep in my step today, and I got to tell you about an hour and a half ago, about halftime, and I was thinking, wow, I'm going to be miserable tonight the way we were playing. But again, we'll get into that later.
So you're going to be normal, really?
Tonight's normal.
A jovial.
I got my, I'm decked out in my Giants gear. We got the NFL starting soon, so
don't even get me started.
Another team of mine are the Giants.
He somehow picks every shit team in sport.
I like the colour blue.
So just so our listeners know, Mule, one of his names is Mike Mush. Mush being that every team that he follows seems to be...
turns to mush.
Now, Mike, would
it
be fair to say that you haven't seen much success in your sporting teams in your lifetime?
Besides a bit of Chelsea success.
Which was bought.
Which not only was bought, but he used to go for Barcelona.
No. I went for Lionel Messi.
Went for Lionel Messi. But
anyway, we'll move on from that.
Yep.
I am a tragic sports fan, but what else? I like.
Tell people
I like collecting. I love the 90s. I'm still stuck in the 90s. I'm still a big kid at heart.
He has a medical marijuana license.
Yep, I do have a medical marijuana license.
You'll see a lot of colourful shirts from Losh. And
we will
post them.
I'll try and wear a different one every week. I like collecting vintage T-shirts, shoes, hats, baseball cards, basketball cards.
Was it hard getting the medical marijuana license?
Not really, because of the knee reconstructions and then also early onset arthritis in the hands, apparently.
Oh, really?
Which was a bit of a guts to find out.
You need to stop those, man. Like, really. Limit it to like maybe one a day.
What's that?
What's that?
You know.
Doobie.
No.
So the arthritis and I had the knee surgery not long ago, so I don't really like taking the other things, so I went and got a script and they approved me.
Fair play. We all know
it's just oils at the moment.
CBD
and THC.
And Brucey, the big man, over to the right-hand side of me, a.k.a. Mr. Adam Russo. Brucey, how are we doing, buddy?
Well, I'm doing well, but I'm a little bit about myself. I'm engaged.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank
We've
you.
got little sound effects as well here at Any Given Take.
And yeah, I mean, look, from my point of view, I give investment advice as my day-to-day job, but really my passion is sport. So I'm like Losh, and I'm a tragic, and my missus would probably say I'd probably devote way too much time to it. I do have a baby boy on the way, so I feel like my
Congratulations,
time,
October 10.
Yep, will
Oh,
be.
no, sorry, that's another date we got in hand, but it's end of October.
Let's just say he could be born on grand final day this year in the AFL.
Ooh.
And look, if that happens, I'm happy, because you know what? I'm getting the greatest gift in the world. You know, I'm getting a son, so
we talked
And you're not
about
going to be in the grand final this year, so you might
look,
as well.
I mean,
definitely not.
and it's at the Gabba, so who really cares? Yeah, but look, we got a lot going on in our lives at the moment, all three of us, and doing this podcast is a passion, so we enjoy it. This is something for me. A couple of hours a week, get to talk to a couple of my best mates, and hopefully you'll get a lot of enjoyment out of it. Pretty funny. So, Chop, tell us a bit about yourself. You're the resident single of the Any Given Take crew
And the extended friendship group that we have.
Yeah. So if any girls or ladies would like to, or guys, if you like, would like to have a date with Chop, feel free to DM the Any Give and Take podcast Instagram.
At Any Give and Take on all
Please
socials.
send photos.
Yeah.
Please send photos. We need verification first.
So yeah, Chop, tell us a little bit about yourself,
Chop, aka Chris Chiari,
aka
aka Chip. 1,000 nicknames.
Chop, Chiari. You probably recognise the name Chiari if you've been out to a festival, Melbourne Cup event, or really any nightclub in the last decade. You pretty much would have seen Chop.
Fuck, that is a long
DJs
time when you say it like that. A decade. It's probably been
Longer.
Yeah, 11 years
'Cause it would've
DJing,
been
playing out.
07, 08. Oh no, you're 21st.
Started when I was 21.
Yep.
Yeah, and that was an interesting night, wasn't it? My first gig.
which I think we will go into at one point.
Yes, we'll talk about that. But no, look, love my boxing. Again, love my sport, and this podcast is pretty much about sports life and I guess all the bullshit in between. But yes, as the boy said, resident single guy here at Any Given Take. So we've got 3 different views on stuff at the moment. A guy is about to have his first kid, a guy that's engaged, trying to get married, and a guy that's single and enjoying life. So
Not that we're not all
Not at
enjoying
all,
life.
not at all.
Enjoying life in inverted commas. So Chop,
No,
when you
but
say enjoying life,
Yes.
would it be fair to say you're fighting them off at the moment?
Look, I've never had a problem. I've always enjoyed it, but love ladies. They're great. I respect them greatly. But yeah, no, I've always enjoyed myself and having fun. Just haven't met the right person yet, but I am looking to meet the right one. So send photos.
So that's one of the goals of Any Give and Take. We're going to try and find Chop a wife.
The boys want to try and find me a wife. Choppy wants a wife.
Choppy wants a wife.
We'll get him a date first, then we'll worry about a wife. So baby steps before we scare you off with courtship.
But no, I'm big on my boxing as well, as most people would know, that I'm sure are going to follow the podcast and listen to us. We haven't mentioned yet, but we're going to be across pretty much every streaming service from tomorrow, probably besides Apple Podcasts, because it's still getting verified from Apple. They're taking their sweet-ass time.
But if you can hear this, you found us on some sort of
Yes,
platform,
you did.
so-
We're going to be on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, what else? Podbean, which is our podcast hosting service. And obviously the big one, as I just said, was Spotify. So you'd be able to listen to the episode from tomorrow morning, which would be fantastic. So
And obviously keep up to date with us on all of our socials on Twitter and Instagram.
Yep, at Any Given Take.
across all platforms.
You can follow us there. You'll see the cool graphic going around, just so you know. Losh is the guy that looks like Jesus. Brucey's the strong, stern one in the right, and I'm the guy with the OK sign going up. But no, I love my boxing. PCR, big fan of it. I'm a coach at it. We've
What's
got
the PCR?
PCR's the Perth Corporate Rumble, Pro 9 Perth Corporate Rumble. It's kicking off. The fight night's actually October 10. It's coming up. We're just about to go into training camp this Saturday. Is the first session again for everyone's back. So I think our first guest is going to be in fight week. So the fight week of October 10, We're going to be having Mr. Glenn Austin, the $6 million man, joining us on the show. We're going to be talking about all things PCR. We're going to be talking about the guys, the fighters, get some cool stories from Glenn himself. So the great man down at Anarchy Training Centre, Glenn Austin, will be joining us. Coming soon, guys. So stay tuned for that. So, Brucey, I'm looking at you. You look like you got a story for us. How has your week transpired so far?
Well, my week... Look, a little bit of background. My week was good. Had a good weekend. Yeah, spent time with the
Baby's
missus,
all good?
and the bump's coming along well.
Yep.
I love my front lawn. You know, people who know me know that I love my front lawn. Now, my lawn isn't somewhere where you should park. It doesn't really say you should put your car on here.
It's not a thoroughfare,
It's
really.
not a thoroughfare. It's a one-way street. It's not a one-way street. It's a closed-off street. So there shouldn't be any reason why you can't park your car on the side of the road.
All right.
For the last few months, the Star Trek delivery driver has been driving onto the driveway and then onto my front lawn next to the letterbox.
What?
How do you know?
Yeah, good question. How do you know?
First, we saw the tyre tracks. Then,
On the grass.
then I had cameras installed. Now, look, for safety reasons.
Wait.
First,
Did you have cameras installed because of the Star Trek guy?
let's just say that I wanted to. I got them quicker than I probably would have if it wasn't. Right? So I had cameras installed, and literally a day after I had them installed, caught him, got him on camera.
Beautiful.
Right, and this wasn't even a guy. He actually could have parked next to the letterbox and chucked the package over the fence, but he would park and then get out and then put it over and then put it behind the fence. I was like, why you couldn't just park your car in the driveway and walk the extra 2 meters is beyond me.
It's got to be 2 meters tops he's saving, yeah?
2 meters,
3 meters, maybe.
saving himself 2 seconds.
So
nothing.
you got a video of this?
But then hang on,
Well,
you've
we-
got the tree in your lawn as well.
Yeah.
So if you're pulling up, it's more of a gutser, not going into the
We
drive.
will post the video later.
Oh, you got a video.
yes.
We do
Yes.
have footage. Anyway, got him on camera. I wrote a pretty stern email to Star Trek, and I haven't resolved that.
I love
But
when Bruce
you know,
writes stern
you know,
emails. That takes
and if you have seen my stern emails, they're very upfront. But one day I was at home. This was during the week. I was working from home, and I was sitting on the couch. I had a couple of tradies come in and do some work, and all of a sudden, Loz just says, "Oh, we've got a couple of packages," and immediately I just went, "Oh shit!" Looked out the window. Saw the bastard on my fucking grass.
while you were home.
caught him.
While I was home.
Oh, no shit.
So ran out to the front door, and like I said, you will see this video. Ran out to the front door, caught him. He was just getting into his car. He waves his hands in the air and he says,
Don't shoot.
and you can see, and then I start on this rant, and like I was probably dropping F-bombs and C-bombs like you wouldn't believe.
So this is all on video.
all on video.
Oh.
You unfortunately can't hear the sound, and probably fortunately for me, you can't hear the sound.
fortunately, I reckon.
Was there any racism involved?
No, absolutely not. I don't care if he was black, white, Hispanic, doesn't really matter.
Yep.
Anyway, so as I'm telling this guy off, Lauren's trying to pull me back inside. And so I'm yelling at this guy, and then Lauren's trying to, stop me from. Apparently, she thought I could, physically abuse him, which, maybe she thought was a reasonable occurrence.
Fuck,
but
I can't
I
wait to
would
watch
never, I would never do that. And then the guy was literally waving his hands in the air, saying, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." Anyway, she's pulling me, trying to pull me back inside. I'm yelling at this guy. She's trying to pull me back inside. And, at the end, eventually he apologised. He reversed his car, gets off. When I got back inside, I was probably less angry about the driver and more angry about Loz trying to interrupt me while I was yelling at the driver.
You got to protect your house.
Love her, and she knows. But while I was in that full flight, I didn't want to be.
You wanted to get things off your chest.
Look, I just wanted that guy just to know that he was in the wrong place, and he shouldn't have done that.
We're going to learn today.
I cannot wait to watch this video.
Look, I think the listeners will enjoy it. I think from my
So
perspective,
it's just you losing your shit
you
at
could
the Star Trek
see-
Express.
You could see probably the anger.
Did you end up hearing back from the email though?
No. So yeah, we'll keep the listeners posted in terms of the updates.
Why have they not replied to your email? How
where it
aggressive
was
was
last
it?
left, and this is how stupid customer service is for Australia Post and Star Trek. Australia Post owns Star Trek.
Yes.
I went to Star Trek directly and said, one of your delivery drivers, I have footage of it, I have evidence. But then they asked for the consignment number, and it's an Australian Post delivery, which who cares what the fucking package is. Your delivery driver was driving on my lawn. Yeah. And they said, oh, you have to contact Australia Post. And why would I contact Australia Post when it says on your car, Star Trek? Anyway, so that's happened in the last week.
So I think we should ask the listeners, what experiences you had with delivery drivers that has tipped you over the edge?
And if you have videos of it,
if you have, send it in to Any Give and Take. We've got the Gmail up. It's anygiveandtake@gmail.com. If you've got any crazy videos that you have filmed of delivery drivers doing stupid shit, send it to us and we'll whack it up. Or Uber Eats driver. Any delivery, doesn't have to be Star Trek or Australia Post or the rest of them. It could be an Uber Eats driver. If you've caught them in the act of doing some dumb shit, send it through to us to anygiveandtake@gmail.com and we will whack it up on the Instagram page and have a good chat about it next week.
But that guy a while ago, remember he was eating chips out of the bag while he's at the front door? How do you not think that someone's going to see you like at their door using a fucking just picked one chip out?
Yeah, but that's why they started stapling it and putting stickers on it, all that shit.
You got to have balls, man. And like everyone's got cameras now.
I heard someone about taking a slice of pizza. He ate a slice of pizza.
How can you take a slice of pizza?
How could you not think someone's going to fucking notice that?
You don't give a fuck.
Oh man, that is crazy. So I'm looking forward to seeing this video. It would have been quite entertaining.
I also had our maternity shoot on the weekend as well.
Yeah. Is that where you like pose with the baby bump?
Pose with the baby bump, Yeah, apparently it's a thing now. I don't know. I can't say if I remember my parents doing it. I was probably pretty young, but I don't remember it actually being a thing until probably the last couple of years. And then, everyone seems to be doing it.
Since Instagram came up.
Loz is beautiful. She looks amazing. And the photos came out really well. I did note that while I was at the photo shoot, I wasn't doing too much. I did get in trouble for not taking photos at a photo shoot.
Hang on, why?
So, yeah, look, Loz was getting, the professional photographer was doing her thing, and then Loz came up to me and goes, why aren't you taking photos? Why aren't you taking photos? And I said, what do you mean taking photos? We're at a photo shoot here.
So, it's like when your mum tells you to clean up the house because the cleaner's coming over to
exactly right?
I always used to get that. I'm like, no.
Oh, bless that, because God knows, Mary Chiari, I love you, Mum. You've definitely done that to me many a times.
I did.
Make your bed. Yeah. Isn't the cleaner coming over? It's Friday.
Exactly.
But anyway, guys, that was my week. It was pretty busy. How was yours?
Mine? Look. Running a business is always interesting in many, many ways. You get to...
We do note that, we have a whiteboard in the studio with the sales on there.
Yeah, now, we won't read out any numbers.
Chris, you're doing well. You're doing well. But
Steve's my employee. He's a great man.
Zero for the last 4 weeks.
Steve is back on the dial. He's listening to the podcast tomorrow morning. He's very keen to hear it.
Steve, listen to this, mate. Get a move on.
Put some numbers on the board.
Come on, mate.
Steve's done a great job, and I back Steve in. He's going to get some numbers on the board very soon. But Steve's doing a lot of other work on the side. Great man. Look, great bloke. I'm lucky enough I've got some great staff members, which is always interesting. But hiring people, wow, isn't that a fucking fun experience?
I reckon I've conducted 110 job interviews.
That's very precise.
Over the years. Restaurants and cafes and stuff like that.
You get to meet some interesting cats, and unfortunately, obviously, right now we've got a pandemic on, but when you put a job ad up, you hope that out of the, I don't know, let's say 45, 50 people that apply, that more than 2 or 3 have the experience that you need. And I think that shows how tough it is out there at the moment, because people are just applying
whatever they
for
can
shit
get.
Left, right and centre, just wherever it gets. So, look, hopefully things stay good here in WA and we keep the economy ticking over. But, it made interviewing people really fun, and some were extremely quick. So,
pretty soon.
Oh, fuck. I knew walking into the room sometimes. So.
Yeah, no, absolutely. A handshake, sometimes just a handshake. You're just like, yeah, righto, mate.
Did anyone come dressed like you just knew straight away?
One guy came in a party shirt.
What's a party shirt?
So,
Like a short sleeve
Let-
shirt that I'd wear out.
like, we're going party shirt, as we all know, the trend's in the party shirt, the funny print, or, you know, the short sleeve collared shirt that you wear out. Summertime, you're going to see plenty of them this summer, as we all know. He wore one to an interview, and I just looked at him and I was like, okay, maybe he's an outgoing person, just loves to be loud, something like that.
Well,
But-
your industry of digital marketing, there are a lot of like artsy
Yeah.
sort of cats. aren't
Flamboyant.
there?
No, you're right. But
Not up in here.
not up in here. Maybe-
we don't play that up
We
in here.
don't. No, maybe when 3 Dress Fridays a roll in, but not for a job interview. No. So that was quite funny, and that whole interview lasted about 5 minutes.
Thanks, mate. See you later.
But no, in the process of selling a house, which is always fucking dreadful. I don't know anyone who said they enjoyed selling their fucking house.
Any progress?
Oh, we had some dickhead lowball us, and I felt like getting his number and just going and give him a little slap around the ears, because obviously people trying to take advantage of people in hard times that are needing to sell their place because of their financial hardships.
Yeah.
So you get cockheads floating around thinking that they can just offer lowball, like ridiculous lowball offers, and
You
then
can only say no.
Yeah, but
yeah, I'll
as well,
say
you
no
don't
and
shoot your
slap
shot,
him
you
as
never
well.
know.
That's right.
Yeah,
sure.
look, but he will find someone that will take a bullshit offer and they'll be worse off
Yeah,
for it.
exactly.
So what a prick. But no, it's not fun. I'm over the home opens. I'm over making my house look presentable in any way. For shit's sake, I just want to wake up on a Saturday and not have to fucking clean my shower screen. It's the fucking most irritating thing in the world. That and scooping Gus man's dog shit off the fake grass is
Gus is
always
your-
fun. Gus is my little man.
What kind of dog is Gus?
He's a mini schnauzer.
Can you explain? You're a manly man. You know, you go to the
Are
gym.
you saying Gus is not a fucking man?
Why did you choose Gus?
We wanted a little dog that didn't shed hair. And Schnauzer, when we were going around to the pet stores, pretty much think the Schnauzers were all in season. If I can say,
It's not fucking mandarins, mate. Righto.
But every single pet store we went to, there's a litter of Schnauzers. So I ended up getting it from fucking Canning Vale, getting the poor little guy. He was the run of the litter, last boy I could find in WA at the time. Picked him up, fit him. He fit in the palm of my hand, and I just fell in love straight away.
He's a yappy dog, isn't he?
He is the boss man of our house. He's a little shit. He rules the roost, but I love him, and I wouldn't have him any other way. So if you speak badly of him,
So he's ready to go because you are going to move into an apartment.
he can take.
He's ready for
living.
apartment
He's
living?
ready for the high rise, bro.
Yeah.
He loves the high
Where
rise.
does he shit once you go into an apartment?
I'll get
Off the balcony.
Yeah, he can shit.
Just squat over the
Yeah, I'll
balcony.
just hold him over. Shit on the cars. No, we'll get one of those grass patches. Fucking people have dogs
Yeah,
in Sydney and all the time.
Yeah.
But you got a dog as well, Losh, don't you?
Yeah, little British bulldog dumpling.
Little dumpling.
She's an idiot. But I love her.
But she's your idiot.
Yeah, exactly. I
She
love her.
has-
Like, wouldn't have her any other way, but she's a schmuck.
She's got bad anxiety.
She
Jen.
definitely doesn't like.
Males.
No, she doesn't. I reckon she likes
people.
about. She likes about 3 people.
Loves
Yeah,
me.
but when she likes them, she likes them.
Yeah, loves me.
Yeah, but at first she's a bit narky and she snaps other dogs and she's fucking allergic to bees, so you can't leave her outside and it's just she sleeps right in between us every fucking night.
This is
She's
a fucking
bad
You
20.
know how you know how to pick them, eh?
Oh yeah, boy.
Ladies and gents, this
I
is
love it. That would never change.
This is like a 25 kilo dog?
23 kilo?
Oh, it's a
Fucking
bulldog.
hell.
Solid.
Yeah, she's solid. She's
And
not
that's sleeping
huge,
in
she's
between
solid.
you and Hannah. How's that go with your sex life?
It's all right. I'll just kick her out.
Yeah.
She's 23 kilos.
Dog's
I could-
name, man.
I could
Dog's
pick up
name.
23 kilos and kick her out pretty quickly. We'll just throw her some biscuits and she fucks off.
Dog's got to eat, bro.
Dog's got to eat.
Now, we all know, if you're friends with Losh, man, you know Sunday's his day.
Sundays are my day.
Sundays, I have
and
to-
this Sunday just gone was one of the all-time days. I felt like on the weekend I was in a time machine back to my childhood. The new Tony Hawk game came out on Thursday or Friday. I played that Friday afternoon, and it's not like a new game. It's the old game remastered, so it's the same levels, it's the same shit,
So just better graphics.
just better graphics. So it was just like being a kid again. And then Friday night, launched into Cobra Kai on Netflix.
That's a good show.
Man,
Cobra Kai, is that the
The
Karate,
Karate
Kid?
Kid spin-off. It's
Isn't
good.
he good?
It's
I
bloody
finished
good.
I've finished 2 seasons over the weekend.
Really?
I watched 9 episodes Friday night. I was up to 3 a.m.
9 episodes.
It is electric, man. Like,
It's bloody good.
it's so good because it's perfectly cheesy. Like,
Yeah.
it's still got that 80s, 90s sort of cheese to it. There's a good soundtrack. All the old characters are back. It's fucking unreal. It's the most I've been into a show for a while.
I'm gonna
You have to watch it. If you grew up liking The Karate Kid, which I'm sure everyone has seen The Karate Kid.
Exactly.
It's just, they remaster some stuff and it's always like, oh, they should have never touched it.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Dumb and Dumberer. Remember they made that?
Oh,
And
that
it
was
like
fucking
stuff
horrid.
like that. This, I'm glad they didn't make into a movie because a movie wouldn't have worked.
No.
Yeah.
And it's good
perfect as a
because
show.
Johnny Lawrence, the bad guy from the first one, the one that he fights in the
Yeah,
original,
yeah.
the
The
blonde
guy
guy.
who does the fucking crane kick.
Yeah. He hasn't gotten any better acting since 1984, but it works perfectly.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it still feels 80s. I don't know what it is, but it's just perfect. I fucking
Isn't
love
he
it.
the good guy now?
It's weird. I've finished
No,
both seasons. I'm not going to give anything away, but I still can't work out whose side I'm on. Me and Hannah are both the same. There's 2 seasons in.
Definitely LaRusso.
Yeah, I know, but I don't.
He's just a
have
good guy.
Have you watched it?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't
you
watched it
finished
yet.
it?
I gotta watch
He's
it.
a good guy.
Have you finished the whole thing?
I've nearly finished season 2.
Wait till the end. But anyway, but it's not that I don't. It's not that I'm not liking LaRusso. It's just that I don't know who I favour more because I like Johnny now. Like I like Cobra Kai now,
I'll-
and then
We'll reserve judgment. I'll finish it this week.
and
Ready
we'll
for
give
next
it-
week.
But if everyone listening, if you grew up watching The Karate Kid,
You'll love it.
Even if you
Give it a
haven't seen The
chance.
Karate Kid, watch Karate Kid Part 1. You don't need to watch 2 and 3 or 4 or the 5th one with fucking Jaden
Is it
Smith.
4 Karate Kids?
The 4th one was so
only
the
watched
first
the
3
first
were
2.
with Ralph Macchio,
Yeah.
on that show, and then the 4th one's Hilary Swank back in the 90s.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't think people realize it's actually Hilary Swank. But
Yeah,
they made
because
a
she's
fourth
like more
one.
like a boy.
Well, she's 14 at the time, 15, and then they made the one in
With Will Smith's kid.
Yeah, and Jackie Chan.
In Japan.
yeah,
Yeah, fuck off.
which didn't make sense because Jackie Chan's not even Japanese.
No, he's not Chinese, isn't he?
But
Shit.
awesome viewing, just simple to watch. It was just easy to
So you
watch.
had a ripper Sunday.
I had a great. Well, it was Father's Day as well, so we had the morning breakfast and then we also had dinner, but in between just
So
stayed in bed.
I was leaning more into Losh usually has a lot of sex on fucking Sundays. That's his thing. That's his day. And I sometimes have to message him to stay hydrated. And make
knew
sure
where you were going with that, and that's why I detoured away from that. It's nobody's business what I'm doing on a Sunday.
No, it's about you, and this is what you do on Sundays, and it's great because I message him on Sundays going, "What are you up to?" And I'm just like, "He's staying hydrated. Have you stretched?" Because he's got bad knees, and I'm worried about him. He just had a knee operation.
Yeah, but what you got to understand about Losh is that how some players they carry a soreness or an injury or anything like that.
You reckon
but when they
he-
step in the big
you
stage,
reckon he stands up?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Fuck, I feel like getting Hannah on the phone right now and asking.
We
her,
will
does
we will check with Hannah.
he stand up?
No, well, look, I think from Losh's perspective, it's more about he thinks he owes Hannah his best performance every single time.
I don't think anyone needs to know. And for the chance that any one of her family members might be listening to this, so let's just keep going onwards.
Oh, nothing's off limit here at any given take, as people are going to slowly find out. But no, so Cobra Kai, recommendation from the Any Given Take boys.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, look, if you do watch it, we'd love some feedback on it. I think it's a great show. Dame, I think it's a great show. Chop's going to watch it this week.
I got to watch it.
I just love the 90s still. Like all the movies from the 90s.
You're a big 90s boy, eh?
I like the fact, like I'm still in the 90s, but I just love all the movies. They're so easy to watch and they're not overly done.
Yep.
Like the action movies, they're
Some
cheesy.
of the acting is fucking
Yeah, no, but
bad.
that's
bruh.
what makes it good.
Yeah.
That's what just makes it more just relatable. Even those, I just love those looking at the camera and just those cheesy lines from Terminator and like the early Batmans with Mr. Freeze. Those kind of, it's just fun.
So we're up to the 9th Batman coming up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Robert Pattinson.
How many times can you actually...
Well,
Redo the movie.
it looks fucking
It does
sick.
look good. I'll give
Once
that.
it stops making money, then
it's the same. It's essentially the same storyline.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
no, it's not because they
Wait.
base it on certain comics. So this is on a particular comic book
Series of comics.
Series of comics.
Yeah,
So
but
it's
the
not-
premise is his parents die.
Yeah, the premise
Yeah,
is-
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
this is not meant to be a backstory.
I'm not saying it's exactly the same.
Yeah, but it's not meant to be a backstory. This one gets straight into it, and obviously the bad guy's a Riddler, which is played by the
who
guy
is that?
on No Country for Old Men.
Josh Brolin, no.
No, not Josh. No.
Oh, no, I know. You mean the evil guy.
pastor guy.
Yeah,
I forgot his fucking name. I got to find it.
Yeah.
But he's the Riddler. You got
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson's Batman. You got
I don't know about
Kravitz's daughter. No, he's meant to be really fucking good.
Looks pretty like emo-y.
Yeah, he's meant
Yeah,
to
it's
be
the
fucking
Twilight
perfect with
effect, isn't
Batman.
Yeah, I know, but I just don't know. Like Batman's a big boy. Like I don't know if I look at Patterson.
Yeah.
Is he put on size for
No,
it?
yeah, definitely did. I actually saw Tenet on the weekend as well.
Good.
You have to watch that at least 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, it looks
It's
like
one
it.
of those movies you got to concentrate in.
No.
Denzel Washington's a kid in it, who's also in Ballers. Fucking great in it, really good. And Robert Pattinson's really good in it as well.
Yeah, Robert
But
Patterson's got a big year. He's another movie coming out that he's in as
I don't.
well.
Batman's not out till 2021.
All right, but he's got a big stretch coming up because there's another one that I can't
Yeah.
remember what movie.
Busy
but-
man.
Yeah, well, he didn't.
Good
brief-
actor. He's a good actor.
I wouldn't know. I did not watch Twilight. I refuse
No,
to
me
watch
neither.
Twilight. I can't get into anything vampires or anything like that.
Fuck that. I love
Fucking
vampires.
hate it. You know,
The only thing
few
I
of our
remember him
mates
is
like
in Harry Potter when he plays Cedric Diggory. He is in the 4th one when they have the Tri-Wizard tournament.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's Cedric Diggory.
no,
He dies. Yeah.
Spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen Harry Potter. Yeah,
But,
right. Because are there any other movies coming out though?
Yeah, they're starting to slowly release
Yeah, I
them
know,
now.
but
The
then
cinemas are
what
opening.
I'm saying is, sorry, once we run out with these batch, then what? Because the studios aren't open and stuff like that. It's going to be a little
I think
gap.
I think
Or they're gonna,
I think in
spread them
America
out.
they're slowly starting to get like most of the movies and sets and that are already back to it. Obviously, America's just gone fuck it. We got the coronavirus. We're not locking down again. We're going back to work.
Yeah, I know, but there's still. I feel like there's. Well, I mean, they've lost a year of filming, I guess, so there might be a bit of a break.
I'm sure they'll find a way.
Yeah. So
Because I know Mulan came out on the weekend.
Yeah, but that's on the
Straight-
Disney
so you have-
streaming.
You have to pay for it though.
Yeah.
$35.
That's if you don't pirate shit. But
Yeah. Well, obviously, but
We like to do things legal here.
we definitely do things legal here at any given take.
so I'm definitely going to watch that this weekend. Mulan.
You're gonna make it a movie night.
Sunday.
You're gonna
I
get some
think.
popcorn and
You
get some
gonna-
chocolate
you
and
gonna
sweets
stretch?
and
No, I'll watch it at Lucas' house. I think we're going to settle in for a movie night on the big screen.
Ah, yes.
Yeah,
He has shit speakers though.
we'll make it work.
yeah.
So Luca, who he's talking about, has a beautiful place on West Coast Highway, and I think half of Perth was at the party he threw the other week for the art thing.
That looked good. Hey?
I had random people putting up stories that have no idea who the fuck he is, and they're all at his house.
Yeah, that looked awesome. I
So-
couldn't go because I had the surgery, but that looked
Yeah, it looked
awesome.
fucking sick. So he did an art expo. I think one of his housemates
Yeah,
did
his
an art
housemate did some art
expo
stuff. It
at
looked
his
really cool.
house, and it was fucking mental. DJ set up
Every
within the
room
house.
looked
Every room
different,
looked,
yeah.
it's crazy.
The
Crazy.
social renaissance, I think it was called.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's happening in the world?
Well,
This is a current event.
yeah, we're going to have a little jingle for current events.
I like it.
So this is probably the segment in the podcast where we talk about interesting things that are happening around the world and that we find funny or that we find serious and we've got opinions on. So believe it or not, this one happened right as we were walking into the studio. One of the boys brought it up, I think Loshy did, about Odell Beckham Jr.
Well, I sat down and I saw Pat McAfee tweet, "How do you even know that you're into that?" And that's all it said. And I was going to just put my phone away and get ready to record this. And I thought, I need to know what the fuck he's talking about. And then I opened it up and someone had edited that photo of Odell Beckham making the catch
So Odell Beckham is a wide receiver
for the
in
Cleveland.
NFL.
Yeah, he's an NFL player. And someone has edited a photo of him catching the ball and they've put a piece of shit. I just thought, okay, maybe someone like that just means something about it being shit. And then looked deeper and it was just all about Odell Beckham and poo and Odell Beckham and shit and all
Okay,
these things. And
so-
it turns out he likes getting shut on.
There's the backdrop. So the story that's going around, and if you're on Twitter at all, I'm sure you can search this for yourselves. But the story going around is Odell Beckham loves his girlfriends or partners to take a shit on him. So we want to ask the.
But now I'm thinking like what I saw originally, Pat McAfee. That's my question as well. How do you come about knowing you're into? Where does that start?
Fuck, how kinky do you have to be to go, I want that girl to take a dump on my chest?
But I mean, like you get to that point, I guess, when you're that famous, and I mean,
You just want to get fucking freaky.
he's a good-looking dude, so
Now,
he's never going to have the trouble.
The bird
finding-
that he's dating at the moment, Lolo Woods, she's a, I don't know if anyone knows about the show Wild and Out, it's MTV. It's a
yeah,
show
I
hosted by Nick Cannon. Funny comedy show. They do sketches and like, you know, it's actually pretty fucking funny. Anyway, she's a girl on that show. Absolute dime piece. 12 out of 10. Has a follow her on Instagram. She's fucking incredibly hot for all the blokes out there who want to take a look. Would you let her take a dump on your
There's
chest?
no one I'm letting take a dump on my chest. That's what I don't get. Like, I don't get where.
That's fucking nuts.
Like, obviously, he's just never had trouble getting a girl, so he gets to the point where you get bored. But fuck, how bored do you have to get shat on? Like this, what can be good about it? The smell, the fucking, I don't get it. Like,
You know, I was
I'm reading some of these
I was
Twitter
scarred
comments.
for life.
Wait, how did the story come out? Where's this
that's
come
why I'm
from?
trying. I can't find the original story. That's why
It's all over Twitter, so do yourself a favour. If you got 5 minutes on the
up to a
train,
story, so I can't find
it
the
is
original.
literally everywhere, but I can't find the source.
It wouldn't be on that.
2 Girls, 1 Cup scarred me for life.
See, I never watched
Oh,
it for that
Jesus
reason. I
Christ.
can't handle that sort of stuff. I don't know. I don't need to see that stuff.
That I remember when I showed my cousin
was
that
there.
video. Oh, I think you were there.
Yeah.
He was in tears of laughter
Nah, I
because
can't
it
watch
was
that.
so
As soon as I
fucking
saw,
disgusting.
I had to walk away.
Yeah, no. I remember there was
So-
once a photo that was similar that Mason tried showing me, and I just saw the in the corner of my eye. I saw it. It was enough to know what it was. I don't need to see that
Nah.
shit. Fuck that.
It's next level. But wow, how do you walk into a locker room after that?
I mean,
Do you just high
you
five
know,
the
you-
boys and
you-
just go, "I'm a fucking freak"?
you have to own it. You have to own it.
Have to own it.
You either deny it or you own it. And I don't think at this point when it's just,
I can't think you can fucking deny this. Something surely's come out.
oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go. It's a podcast. Okay, we're
Is
gonna
it those same bitches that?
It's the same bitches
No,
that.
it's not, no.
Yeah, these are the two that said they. That's the bird there that said she gave. No, it's not. No, it's not. But it is the same podcast.
No, it's not. That podcast was Adam. That's not.
All right, we're going to tell you something.
No.
Hold on. So we're going to put this on the big screen. This looks like someone. Yeah, it is. These two birds are
Bro,
the
they
ones.
all look the same. That's not the
No,
same.
that's the same setting. That's the same setting.
Go back.
All right, we're going to turn it up. These two birds are running a
I don't
podcast.
even know if it is.
All right, we're gonna play this.
Keep it Okay, I will tell y'all the story.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
We're avoiding lawsuits here.
Yeah, allegedly.
We're dodging
Okay. Yes, he loves to be
Chelsea.
shitted on.
it. Ooh.
Okay, that was my first time ever. I never
You
thought.
did it? You actually
No,
did it?
I actually couldn't shit. Okay, I couldn't shit. Okay,
I don't think I could shit on the
I
radio.
couldn't
What
shit.
the
I
fuck?
could not do it. That was something like I'm a wild
weird.
ass. I could do some freak asshole shit. You know what I'm saying? But the shit part.
So it's this chick's podcast, and this bird reckons she slept with him, and he asked her to take a shit on him.
Yeah, but how much can you believe this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I mean,
I'm
with a
watching
smoke
this
this fire,
podcast.
there's no need to make something like that up. So I guess, yeah, probably
Yeah,
is
probably.
true. But
Out.
man, like,
Picture me, you shitting. So I was like, all right, fuck, I can do that. So I took a whole video.
These girls look like fucking traitors.
See
What
that?
would Odell Beckham.
so she wants instead.
He shitting. So I sent it to him. I got like the next maybe 2 hours. I was
Wow.
in Houston.
Was it like a selfie video? How did you do this?
I was just
I need
like,
that.
bitch,
I need lessons.
So she took a video of herself shitting and sent it to him. What the fuck?
And you know the funny thing about that all these that he plays with the Cleveland Browns. And their shit.
Oh well, Jesus, that's
Like, how do you get to that point where that's what you're into?
Well,
okay.
I don't
Question
have
for
any
you:
fetishes.
kinky as shit.
No, I am so fucking vanilla, man. I'm just happy to be there.
because I know he is.
I'm just happy to fucking be there, bro. I'm focused. Yeah, no.
I am plain as.
Nah, mate.
I'm a little bit kinky, but I remember I asked
Oh,
Losh
you
this.
chop.
Yeah, not
Oh,
not
yeah.
not taking shit on your face, kinky. But I remember I asked Losh this one day. I was like, "How do you go with dirty talk, trash talk?" And he goes,
Not a word,
Not a
mate. Not a word.
"Don't say anything. Just
way.
sit there. Don't say my name."
Nothing. I don't want to get hit. I don't want to get choked. I don't want to get pinched. I don't want to do any of that. Just keep it
Stay away from my toes.
I'm gonna be. Yeah, I'm not nothing like that. Thank you very much.
So if
Nah.
she was like, "Say my name, Damon," he'd be like, "Shh."
No, I'd be like, no. Why? Nah, I'm not that fucking weird. But like, I'm not saying I'm not that weird about it. Like, I can have a laugh about it, but like, I can't take myself seriously enough to sit there and like. So that's what the problem. I just wouldn't be able to take
So
myself seriously enough.
You just can't get really into it.
Oh no,
with
I
the
get
dirty
into it,
talk.
but there's no need to fucking talk about it.
No.
Do you know what I mean? There's no, like, just do it.
What about you, Brucey?
I got, mate, I got nothing.
Oh, you got
Honestly,
nothing. Really?
I got a long life and a long marriage ahead of me,
Yeah.
so we're gonna save some stuff for the back end. You know what I mean?
When it gets,
You're just
when
going to
it
go
gets-
through a phase where
Mate,
you
I'm
start
still
talking
happy.
dirty.
I'm still over the moon with.
You don't go into your bag of tricks
Nah.
unless you absolutely need to.
Exactly.
You know, look,
Have you got a bag of tricks, Brucey?
no, I'm just saying. I would not. I don't need to go into that.
I haven't even unzipped my bag of tricks yet. I know it's probably there, but I've got no interest in looking at it.
Yeah.
It's not broken now.
So Hannah does enough. What if she asks you to give a little slap on the
I'm not going to answer any questions about what me and my fiance do.
I loved it because I remember when I asked him that day, I got the same fucking reaction. It was just like, nah, bro, I don't want to say nothing. I don't want to. Oh, I loved it. I love it. All right, we'll move on. Next one. So, and this one was, this is crazy, by the way. Yeah.
Firstly,
Yeah, sorry.
I just want to thank Russo
Why?
because when he did find out he was pregnant and then did find out the gender, he didn't but he didn't put all of us in the position where we had to sit through a gender reveal party.
Fuck me.
Because, all right, do one with your family or a little one, but like, why does it have to be these extravagant things, these gender reveal parties? for
Well, I
a
mean,
start?
look, I'm old school. Like even the baby shower, it's just for the females.
Yeah, like that's
I mean,
Yeah,
Loz
100%.
did broach the idea, say, do you want to do it with couples? And I said, no. I'll do a wedding the head. I'll go out with the boys, have some drinks. We'll, enjoy ourselves, but it will just be with the boys.
because
Baby showers for the girls, and the gender reveal is no need for that.
because like not you specifically, but anyone really. This goes to anyone. I don't give a fuck about
It's
your
your
gender
business.
reveal. Keep it to yourself.
your business.
In saying that, though, in California, 8,600 hectares of bushfires
Crazy.
from a pyrotechnics display from a gender reveal party.
Oh, are you serious?
Like it was 100. It was 140 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know the fucking how to. It's the hottest week they've had there, and these people are doing these pyrotechnic displays, and now they've burnt down half of fucking California
Very stupid.
for a gender reveal
So
party.
the funny thing is about that reminds me. So in the California bushfires, I'd raise money as part of my job for a company who bought an asset in that area. And when they announced the asset, the market didn't really like it. Share price went down. There wasn't anything to get excited about. Apparently the project was very good. Like it was a good project. Because of those bushfires, they didn't trigger the clause, or it triggered the clause that they could pull out of the deal and didn't have to pay for anything, or didn't have to buy the asset. Because of that, they went and moved on to another project in Western Australia where they essentially struck gold. They had high grades. This share price went through the roof and got taken out this year by a bigger company. So because of those bushfires, because of that gender reveal party, a lot of my clients made a lot of money.
Is this one weekend?
No, this was just for that California bushfires.
Right.
I'm just saying when that happened the previous time.
All right, yeah.
Right. So, it's funny how good things can come out of that.
Yeah, besides the people burning down.
Surely they're liable for some of this shit now.
It has to be. I haven't really looked too much more into it.
Because if that's fire season over there, which we all know in LA, generally at this time of year, it's fire season.
Yeah, it's stinking hot over
Surely
there.
you can't be setting off fireworks in your backyard.
I think a couple of years ago, someone did a burnout. They tried doing a burnout gender reveal party and they crashed and died.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? My favorite is when you see those videos and it's like it's obviously a real sporty dad. He loves his baseball. So they get like a stuffed baseball that's filled with whatever. And the dad's trying to swing at it and he just keeps missing. And the ball and he just keeps missing. And then the ball just hits the ground and it explodes and like the blue dust comes out. It's like,
All right, guys, let's have a gender reveal party right now. I'm having a boy.
Yay!
There we go.
Without the
That's all you
dust.
need to do, guys. Boy or girl,
Without-
just tell people.
that's all you have to do. Text message.
There's no need for it. Just it's the sex of the baby. That's great. Move on.
And if you are going to do one, just invite your girlfriends. Don't make them bring their boyfriends. Because I guarantee you right now.
Leave us at home.
I guarantee you right now, none of us
I'm
want
fucking telling Hannah because this is right up Hannah's alley. She
wouldn't do something like that.
She,
No way.
if I tell her she can hang a fucking table from the ceiling, she'll have a gender reveal party.
Nah, mate, she won't. She won't do
love
that.
But that's crazy. That's 54. What is that? City of 54,000. Shit, evacuated
Yeah.
because some dickhead needed to let it. There we go. Oh wow.
Oh, well, I think, look,
Only in America.
If the ladies want to reach out, if our female listeners want to reach out and say why you think guys should be at a baby shower or at a gender reveal party or anything like that, let us know.
Yeah, we really don't.
But we really don't
Or
want to be there.
better yet, send us some funny ass videos of shit going wrong at gender reveal parties, and we'll whack it up. That's what
Absolutely.
we want to see.
Yeah.
'Cause
We
they're
wanna see-
nuffies.
We want to see the failed attempts.
Failed attempts at gender reveals. That would be some hilarious shit to see.
Well, guys, look, we're big sports fans. And we did allude to Carlton earlier today. Damon, run me through your...
Because this is
Run me through
this
the
is
game
a current
tonight.
event.
Run me through
Because
the game tonight.
This happened moments before we went live on it.
We started off, 7 goals straight they kicked. Sydney
Yeah.
kicked. And, tonight was our last chance if we're going to make the finals, really.
How do you feel when that momentum's happening?
When we're losing like that.
Yeah.
Just frustrated. I remember
Do you throw shit at the TV? Do you get...
I hit my hand.
get
I hit
angry?
my fucking thumb. I'm not going to lie. But it's just frustrating when you just see 7 goals straight. Going inside 50 is just dumb for us. It's like we were blindfolded and you just closed your eyes and just did what they could and just, I don't know, just dog shit, man. And then I just got dressed. I was like, I'm not wearing any Carlton memorabilia tonight. No Carlton paraphernalia because fuck them. I'm sick of them breaking my heart. And then they started coming back and we kicked 4 goals. And then we came back and then it was 51-51 with 12 minutes to go in the last quarter. And it was 51-51 up until 1.5 minutes ago. That 11 minutes, I was at my house. I couldn't breathe. I'm not even kidding. Like there was points where I genuinely couldn't breathe. And then Cottrell, he's only played 2 or 3 games, I think.
Yeah.
Took that mark, went back, kicked that goal, and then they gave away the free kick right in front of Sydney up the other end
Almost fucked it.
for a too high, which was
Wasn't.
very debatable. If we had a loss like that, I would have been very upset.
So how do you feel like with 2 games to go? Do you feel like you're a chance?
Well, only because of other teams losing. GWS surprisingly losing to Adelaide, and then Melbourne losing to Fremantle, which has kind of still kept us in the race. But now I'm in that position where it's like,
Do you want to get your hopes up?
no, not really. Like after we lost to Collingwood last week, and then the week before we lost, it's like I thought we're out of touch now.
It's been a good season.
Yeah,
for
it's
the
it.
Blues.
We've improved a little bit. I'm happy where we're going, but what's the point of limping into the finals?
Yeah.
So we still might make it. We've got Adelaide next week.
Should win that.
Yeah, we should win that.
It's big. It's big for Carlton to make finals, I think, this year.
Well, I've actually got a bet on with my cousin's stepson. Yeah.
How old's he?
He's 18, I think, or 17, 18.
Oh, I thought this is a little kid that came over your house.
No.
No.
Nah. That was Boston. He was over on the weekend. Shout out little Boston. He kicked 9 goals on the weekend. I said
Oh,
to-
did he?
He said,
yeah, Hannah messaged me about coming over because he's like, where's Chop?
yeah. He came over and he goes,
Did you give him tips as a
no, I just said, "So you playing
full
tomorrow?"
forward?
And he goes, "Yeah." I said, "I'll tell you what. I'll give you $2 every goal you kick." I go, "What do you want to buy?" He goes, "I want to buy a Beyblade." I said, "How much are they?" He goes, $14. I said, "Well, you need to kick 7." And then he calls me on Sunday morning, kick 9 goals.
Oh,
I'll give you
Legend.
20 even
Yeah.
$20, boss. Go buy yourself a Beyblade.
Very nice. Well done, Boston. Well done.
No, but I got a bet with AG's stepson, and we had at the start of the season, whoever would finish on top out of Carlton Adelaide, he's an Adelaide fan. The winner, the loser, had to buy that on a pair of shoes up to $250. I knew Adelaide were going to be dog
Yeah.
shit, and I just like scammed
Good
these
bet.
kids.
Yeah, but
But
they
I've
fucking-
given him a chance next week, like a double or nothing sort of, not double or nothing, but if Adelaide beat Carlton, I'll say the bet's off. Carlton win. Sorry, boy.
That's not bad.
I found, so I'm giving him a
It's
chance.
just like I've got a bet with Brucey in our little fantasy league that we have. Who finishes higher up?
let's put some context to that bet. Because
The context
I
is
hadn't
you're-
won a game. I was bottom of the ladder.
Well, I didn't make you put the fucking bet
no,
on.
but I backed myself and I said I will finish above you.
and you didn't.
What do you mean?
Well, not yet. So technically, no, it's not
we
done
established
yet.
the rules on
So
the day of the bet.
I finished second on the table. Brucey finished
Whoever
sixth.
goes the furthest.
I finished
fifth.
fifth.
He finished fifth. So he's in the game at the moment, very close with Mr.
I'll win.
Turco.
I'll win.
He reckons he'll win. So that means he'll be playing me next week.
No.
No?
I'll be playing Nooch.
Okay, he'll be playing each. But anyway, if I don't win next week and he gets through, then obviously I owe him $100. Otherwise, if he gets knocked out this week, he's going to owe me $100.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Oh, well.
And I'm going to let everyone know.
Oh, mate.
So, another crazy thing happened. I'm not sure what day it was, but I believe it was Monday. It was yesterday.
I think it was
It
yesterday.
was Sunday. Novak Djokovic.
Oh.
Brain fart. I would say of the year, but the dickhead had a tournament during coronavirus and everyone got coronavirus at the
with the
tournament.
I wouldn't
crowd.
say brain fart because it wasn't intentional.
He's a fucking nuffy.
You can't hit the. You know the umpire's there. You can't hit
Yeah,
the
no,
ball
but he was
that
barely looking at him, and then
Hang on.
he whips it there though.
Novak Djokovic is hands down a fuckwit. End of discussion. Anyway, we're going to watch this now. So he hits a line judge in the fucking throat
I've seen the video. I've seen the footage.
with a shot. So here we go.
Yeah, she takes that straight to the jugular,
Oh, fuck. That was... Putz.
and then straight away. But then
When
he
you're-
gets,
she dropped like she got shot,
yeah,
but
man, sack of shit. Her, she went straight down. He got disqualified straight after that.
out of the tournament.
out of the tournament. Oh, and look at him. Look at him. Look at that big nose. Fuck no, straight away. He's done. Struck her in the throat. She was she could be heard gasping. Oh no. Oh, dude, he's hit that pretty hard as
Yeah.
well. Oh, and he
then
knew straight away.
that he fucked up.
Because she dropped like a sack of shit. Oh, she's
And
got
she's
a
got a
mask
mask on
on
as well.
too. Oh no. And now everyone's running over to her, making it look like, yeah, and he knew. Sorry, gotta go.
Well, good riddance. I don't like him.
So, in case you've been living under a rock, there's been quite a few people, well, the world pissed off at Novak Djokovic, for one, because he decided to have a tennis tournament right at the height of coronavirus in Europe, and pretty much everyone that attended the event ended up with coronavirus.
Yeah, literally almost everyone.
Literally almost
he had
everybody.
a crowd there as well, didn't he?
Yeah, so everyone and then they were seeing partying at an after party, and it was like, nah, coronavirus is not fucking real, yada yada yada. Anyway, whole fucking event copped it, and basically everyone hates Novak Djokovic. So this is another big tick.
Kyrgios made a good tweet. He said, if I had done that, how many years suspension do you reckon they would have given me?
Yeah, exactly
Well,
right.
yeah, well, that,
Definitely.
We love Nick Kyrgios because I
oh,
think
speak for yourself, mate. Speak for yourself.
I like what he's about.
Flog.
Nah, see, I get that you can, like, play that card. You can be the cool, cocky guy, whatever, but he's just too much. Like, too much.
They all give it to him though. Every time he fucks up, they give it to him.
Yeah, but
So-
he fucks up too much.
Yeah, but like his fuck ups are just him being a dickhead. This shit here is like, one, people could have died of coronavirus because Novak Djokovic thinks it's not a big deal, and then two, he's fucking hit a line judge in the neck.
He's had a bad year, man.
He's had a shit house year. And that sort of brings me to my next question for you boys. Other than Novak Djokovic, I mean, who else has had a real diabolical year that we know of?
Whoa. It's been
It's a
rough
tough
year.
question. It's been a rough year for fucking everybody. No one's getting through 2020 unscathed.
Rather than someone specific, I would say the African American community of America, obviously. 'Cause African American.
Where are they from again?
The African American Association of American Association of America. Man, like, obviously the George Floyd stuff and the Black Lives Matter and all that, but then, like, lose Chadwick Boseman last week.
Yeah,
Black Panther.
fuck,
Kobe
isn't
Bryant.
that
Kobe
a
Bryant was
Kobe?
massive. John,
Fuck, this year can go eat a dick.
like, you
Pardon
see
my
these
French,
you see all
but-
these videos, and obviously, like, all I follow is most of my Instagram feed and my Twitter feed is just American sports, American athletes. So you see, I'm seeing a lot of it, people speaking out, and it's just crazy what they really are going through over there.
It's
Like,
very sad.
and then that video last week of Mr. Blake getting shot in the back 7 times, getting into his car.
It's hard to comprehend
It's
because
like-
obviously we don't live in a society that's anything like that. So it's really look, we got black friends and that, and they'll probably say something completely different to us, and you feel for them in a lot of ways. But I can honestly say we're that lucky to live in a place like Perth, in Western Australia, that, you know, you're not having to walk outside your house in fear you're going to get shot in the back 7 times. I can't imagine what that must be like for
At all.
those communities to fear the people that are actually meant to be protecting you.
Yeah, no, at all. And like, I've never, like, I mean, racism obviously exists everywhere, but I've never seen bad racism here. Like,
No, I can't say I can't say I
the
have
worst
either.
sort of stuff I saw was like wogs, like racism towards us. But that to me, I don't count that as racism. It's because it's
We've
whatever.
owned it now.
We just own it. But I don't know. I've never really seen it. But I remember even when I was in New York, because you don't see it as in like it's on the street in front of you all the time. So like I spent a month there. I didn't really see anything. I remember speaking to a barber and I was like, oh, it's as bad as sort of the people say. And this is 3 years ago. So this is before a lot of all this shit. He's like, man, it's so bad still.
Yeah, it's shocking. Just we've got friends that live in LA and that, and obviously chatting to him because I saw him putting up videos of them actually in the riots in LA
From his house.
Pretty much in front of his house. And I was, I asked him, I go, look, is it as bad over there? And he's a white Australian bloke, and he goes, mate, the cops over here are just next level disgusting or shit.
Gangsters with a badge.
They pretty much are. It doesn't matter what you are. They pretty much roam around, and that's got to change. And you would have thought after Rodney King in '94 that would have changed, but clearly it still hasn't gone anywhere, and that's almost
when I had the
30 years on.
The NBA didn't play last week. They all missed a game out of protest. The last time that happened was 61 when Bill Russell did for the same reasons. Yeah. So it's like that happened in 1961. Here we are in 2020. And you still got people fucking protesting for the same shit.
Stuck in the 50s.
Man.
It's shocking.
And then all that stuff that happened to Kaepernick a few years ago when he took the knee, sorry.
Was ahead of his time.
Was ahead of his time, and he unfortunately paid the biggest price for it, gave up his career. I mean,
well, thank God he's been able to still make a living and make a very, very good living.
He made a lot more money from this than he ever would have in football.
So at least you can't. But imagine if he didn't. Imagine if he couldn't earn a living, couldn't get a job playing what he was born to do, which is be a quarterback.
I guarantee you, if you said, here's 100 million or you can go back and play NFL again, he would rather be playing for sport. So he has paid the biggest price because he's taken away the sport he loves.
I did see a couple of people tweet out as well that there's been zero team interest. It was just people hyping it up because when all that stuff happened, everyone thought Cap would get his shot, but
no one.
No one.
And the thing is,
they're chopping people like fucking Josh Rosen and stuff.
Well, that's the thing. The NFL's flooded with quarterbacks at the moment, so he's kind of a victim of that. But I mean, his activism work now and stuff like that.
It's probably more important, isn't it?
Yeah. So
they lose a person very recently in Chadwick Boseman.
And John Thompson.
Boseman?
And Boseman. And then Thompson, the first ever black coach.
College basketball
coach. Ewing's old thing, he died.
And I got to admit, for me, Black Panther, great movie, loved it. I thought he was an amazing actor. But it's when you start looking into what he was doing outside of acting, and then you start going, well, shit, this guy means more to this culture.
Oh, no, that's why I mean, like, we can't...
massive. We can't comprehend it.
To us, he's Black Panther. To them, he's the first black superhero.
Yeah,
like, to the black... If you're a black kid or a black dude, whatever, that's 100%. Your hero the last few years, man. Yeah. You guys got your own movie, like, that for the first time ever, and he was fucking awesome.
Yeah, and it was a great movie.
So it's a lot of kids and stuff. He's the man. And the sad thing is that when he started losing weight and he was showing up,
people started hosing him online, calling him like
saying he was skinny and stuff like that.
Shit like that.
And the guy's going through colon cancer.
He shot all those movies, all those Marvel movies, everything he's done in the last all those movies. He shot while he actually had it. Didn't tell a soul. The only people that knew were obviously the high up execs at Marvel, but no other actors or anything really.
That's what I was wondering.
No one really knew.
Because I thought someone would have had to have known there for insurance purposes and stuff like that.
Absolutely. But I think the problem was, obviously, he had it under control, and then it went from stage 3 to stage 4, and that's when he obviously deteriorated very quickly. But it's shocking news. It's, you don't expect to hear that about a 43-year-old, which I guess makes us all got to wonder in time. Time's precious.
And I mean, he was in shape because he got in fucking shape for Black Panther.
Yeah, look, and he had cancer. So,
but it's just a horrible year to be over in America. Fuck, I couldn't live there.
No, I couldn't. I love
it. I love the cult, not the cult. I love the sports and I love the fashion and like so much stuff that I'm interested in comes from the States. And I love visiting there. Could never live there.
Nah.
Yeah.
Like, it's not until you leave.
Perth's great.
It's not until you leave Perth and you go somewhere. Like when you're on holiday somewhere else, you're like, oh fuck, I could live here. And you're looking around, you're like, mate, you're on holiday.
Yeah.
Once you're living here and you're going to work every day,
exactly,
and you're paying these ridiculous rents to live in New York or to live in LA, and you're struggling, you won't 100%. Like it there, mate.
I agree.
You come to Perth, it's cold 3 days a year. I wear shorts to work every single day of the year.
I ride my bike to work and I wear shorts
every day of the year.
Every day.
Every day.
Even cold 3 days, mate. We've got the best. There's no corruption. Even now with this corona, like how we've handled this. All right, the borders are closed and I don't get into politics and opening the borders. I don't really give a fuck because I still have to go to work. The only thing that has affected me is obviously I've had to cancel my wedding.
Yeah.
So that affected me up until...
But that was Mason's fault.
Yeah, well, everything's Mason's fault.
Yeah.
Question for you. Do you reckon 2021's going to be any better? Because I think people are very unrealistic. They think much shit's going to change in 2021.
Well, I don't think a calendar change is going to make a big difference. It's just going to continue in.
Yeah.
I think that I'm writing off the chances of going on a holiday next year outside of WA.
Yeah, I'm not until the government says, okay, now it's all right for you to fly internationally and you don't have to quarantine when you come back.
Yeah.
You don't do it.
No, I'm not even planning on it. I'm not even getting my hopes up for anything. I'm going to go and see a bit of WA next year, go up to Kununurra or something.
I might go see Broome.
Yeah, go see Broome. Mum's got a house up there. My mum came back. Oh, listen to this. So my mum lived in Tasmania and then now has come back to Perth. So they drove.
She's back.
She's back now. She got back yesterday.
Going back to the dwelling up house?
No, their Mandurah house. They have to quarantine by themselves there for 2 weeks. So because they were coming from Tasmania and they drove to Tasmania originally and then got the ferry over from Melbourne. So they couldn't get approved to come back to Perth because they sold their property in Tasmania. So they couldn't get approved to come back to Perth if they went into Victoria at all. So they can't drive you obviously can't drive from Tasmania unless you enter Victoria. Even if they promised that they were just going to get in the car and go, couldn't do it. And it was going to be months. And they need to get back here because they don't have a house anymore in Tasmania. So they go, fuck it. Let's fly to Queensland, bypass Victoria, bring the dog, then we'll fly to Perth, quarantine, blah, blah. Anyway, this was supposed to be back weeks ago. Flight got cancelled. Shit happened. Lost the house. They're going to quarantine in. Big mix up. Anyway, finally get around to it. Last Friday, they get to the airport to go to Queensland. Their dog wouldn't calm down. Wouldn't stop biting his way through the cage. They couldn't sedate him. He just wouldn't go apeshit and the place refused to take him because they're liable or whatever. So lucky they were there early enough. My mum had to go drive their dog back to their farm, to their neighbour, leave the dog with the neighbour. Go back to the airport, fly to Queensland, fly back to Perth yesterday. I went there to pick him up and they were just going to give them my car. So literally I was going to get out, cross the road, throw her my keys because if I come in contact with her, then I have to quarantine.
Yep.
So I was going to go. So I'm waiting at the airport. 1:25 she landed, 1:25, nothing. Waiting, like 2:30.
Ooh.
She messages, we're on the plane, but we're not getting off for another 45 minutes. And I was like, I need to go back to work.
Yeah.
Fuck this.
Yeah.
Parked my car, just hid the key on the top, and there was no numbers, there's no bays numbered, no sections. So I messaged my mum, I was like, yeah, Silver Commodore, good luck. Silver Holden, good luck finding it in the car park. And then I'm standing there waiting for an Uber so I could leave, and then these alarms start going off in the airport. All staff report to here until this is being investigated. Alarms, and then it's just like no one's around, just eerie as fuck. I was like, what is going on? My mum was put in this room with all these people. They were there for like another 4 hours before they could get out. Just sitting in this room, and then just the protocols. I don't know what happened. I haven't really spoken to her since. And they finally got out, found my car, and then they've driven to their Mandurah house.
Are you
And now
serious?
so their dogs had to stay.
So someone must have died in something.
Something. But like how quickly it was just barren and all the staff
So
ran.
pretty much what you're saying,
Stay.
don't even bother flying at the moment.
Don't bother. So yeah, her dog's there with their car, and all their shit is still in Tasmania. So as soon as they can, they're going to fly there, drive the dog back, and
Drive the dog back.
because their car's there.
Why don't they
all their
just
shit.
knock out the dog? Like,
No,
give
they
it a little
couldn't. They couldn't
sedative.
sedate it because then it can go the other way. It can go one or two ways apparently, or something.
Really? I
Yeah,
heard a
and
lot
it
of
can-
dogs get
and it can be
sedatives on.
not when I don't know, something about it, they just refused to do it because it was going ape shit.
Jesus.
Such a fuck around though at the moment. So if you just stay where you are,
Just stay in Perth. Fuck flying.
just stay where you are.
Well, we were meant to fly and have Losh's Bucks party up in Bali in November. But that's gone out the fucking window, obviously. So now we're going to do it down south in Margaret River.
Loz, so you know, that's a weekend. It'll probably be after the boy's born. So
Sorry.
we'll wait.
Shit, that's going to be a tight one.
Wait. and see.
We'll make it part of the wedding in the head as well, so we'll knock it all out.
Yeah, well, there's not really much you can do
Look,
at that stage of
I don't
the
think it's
baby,
about
is
that.
there?
I think
Yeah,
it's
I
more
would
help.
look.
They
Can we
go
be
through,
there?
They go through hell.
Can we be there and
deliver it.
record you delivering this news
I don't
to Loz?
Think
It'd be great content.
I think
Just
it's like
going,
delivering the baby. I was like, I don't want to be
no,
there.
hey, look, can we be in there any given take in the
Nah.
fucking delivery room?
I don't
Why
wanna
not?
say
Why don't we
fine.
save it this weekend?
Why not?
We got our mate Fitz's wedding Saturday.
Yeah. You gonna wait till she's drunk? Well, no, she's got pregnant. She can't drink, so you fuck.
You better not drink.
Have you had to do classes or learn baby?
Yeah, we did an antenatal class, which the main thing I took out of it is the 2-finger salute. All right. So
whoa. Where's this going?
on.
All right, guys. The 2-finger salute. So if you hold up your middle finger and your index finger, and you squeeze it with your hand, you can't break anything. It doesn't matter how hard the woman squeeze, you're not going to break anything.
So index finger and root finger, middle finger. Oh yeah.
Right? And then if you grab your whole hand, so if you give him your whole hand, squeeze all 4 fingers at one time, you could quite clearly see
Oh yeah.
how much damage you could cause. So guys, if you take anything out of pregnancy, it's the 2 fingers. Take that with you into the birth.
Never ever would have thought of that in a million fucking years.
And you know what? The midwife told me this. And the midwife also told me that during the week, Monday to Friday, the mother should be getting up and taking care of the kid. The husband should not. The dad should not.
Really?
Right?
They
Because
actually
the dad
said that to
needs
you.
to sleep to function at work. This was a midwife. It's not from me.
How old is the midwife?
Wow. Fuck.
Midwife's probably in her 60s.
Wow. So
Right?
she's old school.
She said,
Old
she
school.
said
That's
they need
old
to function. Let the dad do it on the weekend. But Monday to Fridays, so Loz, I remind her probably every week. Look, you got to get up Monday to Friday. If there's a 2 a.m. wake up, you got to do it. Look, those were the 2 things I took out of the class.
So
So
we got-
8-hour class.
We got a few blokes at the moment that've just had kids, and one of our loyal listeners,
Our father.
our father, and Penny Pencil just had a lovely little girl, Poppy, I think it's called. Yep.
Shout out
So
Pence.
shout out Pence, and let us know, Pencil. Are you getting up in the middle of the night as well? Would love to.
Yeah.
Love to get if this is a train
Well,
of
our
thought.
father is definitely not, because he's getting up at 3 a.m. anyway.
Yeah, no,
So
you can't. Fuck that.
He's not.
He would die at work.
But I think from the perspective of the concept is fine. Like, I need to go to work because I need to earn a living and provide for the family and everything like that. But try telling that to the mother to be, you will not, like, I will not get up in the morning. It's just not going to happen. I
But,
guarantee I'll be getting up.
unfortunately, when they're that young, when they're crying that early, they need to be fed most of the time.
Right,
So
assuming they're breastfed. Yeah.
yeah, so there's not much you're going to be able to do. You can't just
So
get up and pat it on the
we'll
back.
keep the listeners up to date with my journey into fatherhood.
We are I want to film some of this. I really want to get in there,
We'll let
be
the-
there at 2 a.m. in the morning with a film crew. Brucey's up. We've got and just see the reaction, what goes through
I'll
his
be
mind.
getting up for sure when we decide to have kids. I'll be the stay-at-home dad, I reckon,
Yeah.
when it comes down to it, for sure.
Yeah. And you'll be breastfeeding it.
Because your
And I'll be-
misso runs a very successful business. We might add that.
so
That's
she'll
why
keep going with that, and then I'll stay at home and raise a couple of champions.
That's right. And you can work on them with their,
they're going to go for
agility.
Left
shit
foot,
sports
right
teams,
foot.
eh?
Well, they're going to have bad knees, and they're going to go for shit sports teams.
So-
But speaking of sports, let's
We've-
get into sports.
It's sports time.
Boys,
Sorry,
AFL
girls, but we're going to talk some sports.
And the girls, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week on any given day.
we don't want anyone signing off, but it
We-
is a big week in sports because we're big NFL fans over here. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. Loshington's a New York Giants fan, and Brucey's a Colts fan. How the fuck did you end up going for the Colts?
I loved Peyton Manning.
Ah, okay.
So
Pick a really good player and follow him.
Just
that
pick
was
the
the
guy
call.
Yeah, but
like-
I get that because
I don't have any attachment to any city.
exactly that's how else can you really pick a team? When I was sort of looking at picking a team, you kind of toying with places, and one thing I really thought of was, am I going to want to visit that city? Like, am I going
Well,
to
I
be?
probably won't want to visit Indianapolis.
Well, yeah, but you obviously weren't thinking that, but it's like I'm not going to go be a Browns fan. I'm not going to go be a Green Bay fan because I can't see myself ever going to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
But
Well,
you
look,
got to choose a player. You find an affiliation with a player. You like someone. Same with me, like the Trailblazers. If Lillard wasn't playing at Trailblazers, I wouldn't support them. But you pick
Well,
a player, you kind of like him. You run
I'm
with him
old
for a bit.
school. I was 4 or 5. My
Yeah,
bed
that's
bed shirt was a Dallas Cowboys.
yeah, funny
shirt.
that they were the Super Bowl champs at the time.
Yeah,
My
America's
mum
team.
got it for me for fucking Kmart, mate.
Your,
I don't know how
your,
she
your mum,
thinks.
your
She
mum
goes,
jumps on bandwagons, man.
Yeah.
We're just saying it. She
Good
does
old
what she
Mary
does.
Chiari. So I've stuck with Dallas. That's just how I am as a person. I can't swap and change fucking teams. It's pretty much- I'm a West Ham boy as well. So
EPL starting this weekend as well.
Yeah.
I think the footy now. Oh, sorry, not footy. Sport now. AFL's heating up. We're heading towards finals. NFL starts this Thursday. EPL starts this weekend. NBA playoffs are heating up. Fuck, some good series in the playoffs, man.
yeah,
in the
my
NBA.
Miami Heat which I went for before LeBron James decided to come along.
You
Just wanted
sure
to
about
clarify.
that?
I'm a big D Wade. D Wade was my boy. Loved him.
We can vouch for
Absolutely
that.
loved him.
D-Wade guy.
So I was a Miami
we'll
Heat
credit
fan
check
before
that, guys.
fucking
We'll
LeBron
make sure
came
that's
there,
right.
but we did win 2 championships with him.
But with the AFL heating up, I think my team's holding on, like we mentioned earlier. Carlton, we might scrape into the A. We might not at this point.
Where are you guys?
10th, but equal 8th, maybe equal 9th. At this point, I've checked out. I checked out probably after the
Really,
Every year since the age of 10.
to be honest, I don't really care what happens in the season
Yeah.
as long as the Eagles don't win the flag.
As long as the
couldn't give a
Eagles
shit,
or Essendon
right?
don't win the flag, I'm
Just-
good.
Well,
Like-
look, I'm a diehard Eagles man.
So a lot of
So
people
fuck you both.
locally are going to
I sat
relate.
there in the 2015 grand final of the fucking MCG and had to witness us get tanned by Hawthorn. So you can imagine
we've
how
mentioned that-
fucking good it was to
Have
be
we
there in
mentioned that
2018.
Russo's a Hawthorn fan? I don't
Russo's
think
a
we have.
Hawthorn fan.
Massive.
And it's
Die-hard Hawthorn.
It's delightful
If
to
you have,
see him.
actually, if you want to check out a little bit of content, go to
No,
YouTube.
No. I am on YouTube, right? But we're not going to give anything away. You've got to find it. So if anyone finds it, send it to us. Let us know. But I am on YouTube.
Hawks. That's all I'm saying. Hawks.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how
no,
you
you
go.
got to give a bit more hint.
No.
than that.
No.
No.
So what are they going to type on? Hawks? You have any fucking videos there are?
No. If they want to search away. If you find the video, all good.
All
Enjoy
right.
it.
It's a treasure.
It's a treasure.
But-
It's fucking hilarious.
Your Eagles are probably the only one out of us three that have got
I
a
don't
chance.
think we can. I think we've got too many injuries.
And
We just lost Redden, broken, fractured thumb
He
out for the
sucks
year.
anyway, man.
Fuck off. You had a wicked game on bloody against the Bulldogs. He's back. We got no midfield. We just, we need Yo back, but from what I hear, he's got osteitis pubis pretty bad, so he's going to be playing injections anyway, so how good's he really going to be? Shuey's not coming back to the first week of finals, and we need to win these next 2 games as we're fucked.
you can't play away from WA.
Oh, no, hang on. We played shit, but we had
Got him.
next to
Got him.
nobody against
Got him.
Westbox. No, you fucking didn't.
Yeah, we
you
Oh,
bit.
piss off.
Well, yeah. So AFL is going to be drifting off because none of our teams are really probably going to do anything.
Look, I love watching footy.
Yeah, we'll continue.
I'll enjoy
watching
the
it.
final series. I'll get into it. Don't have any strong affiliation. I'm okay with the fact if Geelong win a flag.
No, fuck that.
You know what? I hate the Bastards, but let them win it because they've actually been good. So
Yeah.
I'd like a good team to win it. I don't want a fluky team.
Who's
To win.
fluky? Classify fluky.
Well, if someone comes from the bottom half of the 8 or something like that, I don't want that. I think
Why
that's-
not?
No, because it's
Bulldogs was
because
a
I don't
great
like
story.
any of the Cinderella stories unless Carlton gets in.
Thanks, mate.
So let's say Melbourne get in. Nah. Fuck them.
Fuck them.
Bulldogs don't like them.
What about St Kilda?
GWS.
St Kilda, no, I've got no.
Do you think
strong-
GWS have earned one now that they've lost
Yeah, but
one?
to be honest, they're a good
What do you
team.
mean?
They should not be in.
Yeah,
there.
they
They just
should
lost
be.
to
They
fucking
should be.
Adelaide. They ain't winning shit.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Anyway, so I think, actually, our tip at the start of the year was Port Adelaide to finish in the top 4.
See, I hate Port.
It's a good chance they could be in the
Absolutely
grand
hate
final.
Port.
Yeah.
This year, my favourite non-Carlton player is Charlie Dixon to watch.
Is it because he's got shit tats like you?
Fuck, you might be right.
Shit tats, and look, he's got the exact same body.
Same
as well.
body, exactly. I saw his shirt. I saw his shirt
Same
get ripped off the
body.
other way. I went, fuck. That's
Same
the exact
body.
same. We've got the same beard. Well, he's got a better beard.
Nooch.
Oh, I don't know. Hang on, wait.
Nooch is going to listen to this. Nooch, put fucking Mule's head on Charlie Dixon's
Mate,
body.
It is.
It's a dead ringer.
The only
Do
thing-
it for us and then send it to
He's
him and
just
put
got-
it on the fucking page.
He's just got a better beard, maybe.
Well,
Nah, but I reckon I still think I can't go past Geelong and Richmond. They're my 2 that I think will win it. Either one of them will win it.
all
Geelong or
right.
Richmond.
Yeah, but what about Brisbane? I'd love for Brisbane to get.
Brisbane don't win it.
I mean,
together.
yeah,
if
you're
Brisbane
right. Sorry,
do not
that's a
win
big
it, considering
factor.
they have not played, they played, 1 game away from home, 2 games away from home, how can they not fucking win this?
Yeah.
It would
Even
be
their
the
last game-
biggest catastrophe
the last
if they
game of
don't
the
win the
season-
fucking premiership.
The last rounds of season just got announced and they play us in the Gabba the last
Can you
week,
imagine
so
if
they're
they
gonna
played every
stay there.
game in Perth? Fucking Eagles would be tanning teams left, right, and centre. We
Yeah,
wouldn't lose a
well,
fucking game.
exactly.
Did you lose a game over here?
Yeah, we have, but
No,
I'm-
did you this year?
This year, no.
Not this year. No, we won
No.
fucking 7 straight or something.
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
what I
pretty
thought.
hard.
We
playing
have
against
lost
25
games here.
players.
We have lost games here.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
But in saying that, for me, Brisbane, different kettle of fish. It's a different climate up there. Very dewy at night, most nights there. They're used to the fucking conditions there. If they can't win a flag and you've played 95%, probably more, 97% of your games at home,
Or in Queensland.
well, fuck,
Well,
okay,
do you
in
think
Queensland, they played some at Medcom.
Do you
How
think the
the
injuries
fuck?
are going to affect him? Harris Andrews, how big is that?
Well, it depends.
It's massive. He's a big out.
Depends what So he's going to miss the first 2 weeks of the finals.
6 weeks, bro. Where you going first 2 weeks?
Well, it's 3 weeks, and they got to buy before the
Oh,
finals.
they got to buy. Yeah. Okay.
So
yeah.
6 weeks. You missed 2 weeks. If they can win the first week, just somehow win the first week. Let's say they're more than likely to play Geelong, so they probably don't win. They might play Geelong, or they might finish fourth and play Port Adelaide. They could win Port Adelaide. They could do that.
Yeah.
Would that game be in Adelaide?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then
So
they're
are they
fucked.
getting finals in Adelaide?
Yeah.
And are they getting
You're
finals
allowed
in
to
WA?
not, you're
Yes, if Eagles get a home final,
So you
they'll be
can
playing
get it,
here,
alright.
in the first week only, unless WA changes their quarantine.
which is not happening.
So if it's only the first week.
Hey, I heard that Melbourne, the city of Melbourne, is going to have the longest quarantine out of any city in the world.
Yep.
Wow.
And they should get hosed for this. That government, that Victorian government, needs to all get sacked. Their road out. If you've watched it or read anything on it,
Nothing.
It is, and now they're being all cautious because they're like, where were you when this first shit went down with the hotels and how they set that up? Why not do it properly the first time? You wouldn't be in this situation. They fucked it up. Now you're literally crippling Melbourne. Melbourne's going to revolt.
Yeah,
gonna
but you
end
know
up
what?
going
Like,
crazy.
it'd be. We want the grand final to be at the G.
Has to.
We want it to like Melbourne during finals time is something else. If anyone's ever been there, it's if you've been to a
One of the
grand
best
final,
days of my life
it's
watching the
just-
Eagles win that kind
Yeah,
of
you can
grand final.
feel it even sitting here, bringing back memories.
Oh, yeah.
But they're not in Melbourne, so any of the Melbourne teams they can nominate where they want to play. So if they're going to play Brisbane, they're going to nominate and play them either at Metricon or in Adelaide. So they get to choose where they play, so that the other team doesn't get a
Right.
a benefit.
I didn't know that.
And all that, like, it's going to play. Look, it's a different season. Whoever wins it, fucking credit to them. Like, winning in this type of environment's fucking unreal.
Yeah.
So, look, I'm probably thinking in the back of my head, Geelong may do it, and I don't want to say that, but
They win well.
yeah, but they're a good team. They're playing well. Like, if they win, they win. I don't like them. I hate them. But yeah,
That comes
End
to
of the
being a
day.
Hawks fan.
But if we go into the Hawks, don't win a game for the rest of the year, guys.
Yeah.
Just fucking don't win.
Don't
There's
win.
no point. Play the young kids. Be competitive like you were in the weekend.
Yeah.
Don't win.
Can we change gears now? Because we just talked about it briefly. Big NFL fans. First game's this Friday morning. It's Kansas City versus Texans.
It is.
Can we get some predictions for this year's
Man,
NFL
I'm ready to
season?
fucking go with. I could do this for hours, man. That's all I've been thinking about. It's all
He's
I
a
listen to.
wannabe
It's all I
Pat
watch.
McAfee over here.
Mate, I can talk all night, but I am so excited for this NFL season. Not just from the Giants' point of view. I am very excited to
I
see
can
the
see
Giants
his
do better.
stiffy from here.
I've got my Giants shirt on tonight.
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
No, you can't. He's a grower, not a shower, people.
Because it's just going to be an interesting year. We got all these second-year quarterbacks, and the trend lately has been the second-year quarterback has been the fucking ones to watch. My interesting thing this year is that Kyler Murray is the only second-year quarterback that's going to be playing in the same system. Every other second-year quarterback has got a new OC or a new head coach. So I think Kyler Murray is going to be a big thing.
Arizona going to be solid.
I think
Arizona
well.
is your wild card tip.
Yeah, but the only thing that scares me about Arizona is I think they're in the best division. Sorry, most even division maybe.
Who's in their division?
You got Rams, Seahawks, and 49ers. So 49ers for me are still out and out. Russell Wilson,
Could they still get a wild card from third?
you can definitely get.
You can?
Yeah,
You just
depending
gotta
on
have
the rest
good-
of the league.
Hey,
Shit,
you
so you got to
want-
see their schedule then. But that playing the 49ers, no one's talking about. They'll build off defense. So all they need to be is
Mate, they
solid
haven't
again in
gotten any worse.
defense. They haven't
got
got
rid
any
of
worse.
DeForest Buckner. That's the only person they got rid of from that D.
They did lose from offense Marquez.
Mozart.
He's
yeah.
gone to Kansas City,
and
hasn't he?
Debo Samuel went
Yeah.
somewhere. But I think that's going to be an interesting division. We got Phillip Rivers going to Indianapolis Colts.
Brucey's team.
They're my smoky. I think they're going to win the South.
Ooh, yeah.
I think Titans are going to be okay. I can't see Ryan Tannehill doing what he did last year, personally. I think it's going to be too reliant on Derrick
And
Henry.
also, fuck the Texans.
Fuck the Texans. Texans, this is the year that they drop off, I think. They just paid...
Especially after they got rid of...
After what they
Jones,
did with Hopkins, the way they handled that, I didn't like that. They just
That's what
paid...
happens when you let the fucking coach be the GM.
Yeah, I know. They just paid Deshaun Watson. Did you see the video of that? Him tearing
Yeah,
up.
that was
I told you
great.
that was good to watch.
Great,
that.
got his family in when he was,
that was really
signing.
good to watch. So I'm keen to see that. I'm keen to see... I can't wait to see Patrick Mahomes again. I can't see...
It's an
anyone
exciting
beating them.
sport, and we want our listeners to get into it. So watch the first week, give it a chance. There's not much else on, let's be honest.
No. Pick
You
a
know,
team.
pick- Watch the first
Should we
week,
give
pick
him
a team.
access to Mule's Game Pass?
Everyone else uses it.
Will hand out his Game Pass to loyal followers and listeners.
if you DM us, we will give you access to Mule's Game Pass. NFL
we will also
Game
give
Pass.
you his bank details and everything.
I think the Game Pass would be more valuable.
Yeah.
But I think that the Cowboys this year with their wide receiver crew would be
Yeah,
anything short
Cowboys.
of winning the East.
I've
They have
never
to-
been so toey
Yeah, you
to
should be.
see a Cowboys game
But at the
with
same
that
time-
offense.
8-8.
At the
If we
same-
go 8-8,
you guys should
Well,
start.
fuck,
you
man.
got a pretty decent start, so you should start well and
playing
build
the
some momentum.
Rams first up.
If you don't, then I don't want to hear about it anymore. Like McCartney's not a first-year coach; it's his first year at Dallas, but he's been there before. He knows what to do. Dak's been there long enough.
It's balls on the line time.
Ooh,
Pick
balls
your-
on the
pick your-
line.
Pick your 2 Super Bowl teams. Pick your wild card, and then pick your MVP.
Yeah,
What wild card to make playoffs?
So just like a wild card to
roughie,
make
a roughie.
roughie.
Oh, Ruffy. Okay, go.
Super Bowl. I can't see past Kansas City. I really can't.
Can't see them getting worse.
They're not going to get any worse. And it'd be interesting now to see Andy Reid coaching now that he's won, now that he's got his ring. He's got that little bit of that elephant off his
Swagger.
back.
The monkey's off the back.
Monkey, elephant. I see
Elephant,
him.
lion,
I see
same.
him. I think
Same.
elephant. He's a big guy. But now that he's got that out of the way, I think he's going to get a bit more creative, take a few more risks. You can imagine them being 4th and 1 and he's just going to be going
They've
for
got
it.
the best player in the game. He's the Michael Jordan of the NFL.
So
at the moment.
it's the easy pick, but I can't see past them. My big real intrigue of the year though is Tampa Bay, because by all accounts, Brady's never had weapons like this in his career at one time. Mike Evans, Godwin, and then you got Gronk back, plus Howard as a backup tight end.
Is this the year though he declines? Because there's got to come a
no.
point
He's
where
showing signs.
you're going to miss throws.
Yeah,
you're going to be
yeah.
as good, and that's probably why they got so much around him, and they're hoping they've got a run game around him
Well,
now.
now
as
they've
well.
got Fournette as well, because his whole career at Patriots, he had Wes Welker, or he had Julian Edelman, and he had Gronk. That's his best receiver. He's had Randy Moss for a very short time, but
They
he's
won a
got-
Super Bowl with him.
not with Randy Moss.
Yeah, they did.
Ooh.
100% they did.
Sure.
Yes, they did.
No, he didn't win a Super Bowl with Randy Moss.
Randy
They
Moss.
went 18-0 and lost it
To who?
Oh,
to the New York Football Giants.
Randy Moss.
No, they didn't win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'll be.
Wes Welker won one with them. but it
Patriots.
wasn't-
He was only at the Patriots for 2 years.
Yeah, they didn't do it then. So
So, look, you've
Interesting. I
gone
thought he
with
did.
Kansas City.
I can't go past Kansas City, but then the NFC's where I'm like, the Saints I think are going to drop off a bit. They got this Kamara stuff with his contract. I don't know how
Yeah,
that's
but
going to sort
they've
out.
signed him.
For how much?
I think he's.
I think he's just on the hasn't they just on the 1 year?
No,
he
he's not
wants
franchise.
he wants McCaffrey money.
No, but I think they're sorting it out. I think that was just all a bit of smoke screen.
They do have the best wide receiver in the game, though.
Michael
Mike
Thomas.
Yeah, they do indeed. So
And Breeze last year.
it wasn't bad.
No, this is his last year.
Oh yeah, this is his last
Last
year.
year.
He's already signed to go to
Get a win
NBC.
one.
But then now that's where I'm like, who's coming out of NFC? Like
It's
Packers.
tough.
The Packers, I think, are going to just be the Packers, and because of them being in the average in the North, the Vikings will be better than maybe, but they've lost Diggs. But I think there's maybe the Seahawks and the Chiefs, maybe
Seahawks and Chiefs.
Seahawks, Chiefs.
Seahawks Chiefs for Super Bowls.
Seahawks are
Who's
going
your
for it.
outsider?
To make it from the NFC, my roughie. It's not even a roughie, but I think Dallas should be making it.
Not a roughie. I want someone that they were like
Arizona.
Hang on. How's that
6
not a
and 10.
roughie? They were 8-8 last year. That's a fucking
Cowboys
roughie.
were 8-8.
No, Cowboys were like 8-8,
I
weren't
thought
they?
they were 9-7.
Nah,
I
8-8.
thought
So
they
that's
were-
a roughie.
I thought
That's
they were
a
9-7.
500 team.
I thought
Or
they were
9-7 still. That's not.
Let's say they
more
were
roughie.
8-8. All right, no, we'll pay it. Cowboys.
That's a roughie.
Cowboys should, I think. Vikings is another one I think might be better than people think. But then from the AFC, Buffalo. I think
Yeah.
they're going to get out of the East. I think they're going to beat, the Patriots.
Good defensive team. Getting some weapons now. They signed Diggs.
Diggs, yeah. Josh Allen's a fucking
Okay, so
beast,
you've
man.
got. What did you go? Kansas City, Seattle,
Is my-
Ruffy, Dallas. What's your MVP?
And my MVP this year. Oh, fuck! How can you go past after seeing what Mahomes can do? Like I know he didn't win it last year, being injured, but I mean with the second-year quarterback trend, it could be Kyler Murray next year if we go by that. But I'm probably going to lock in Mahomes again and Mahomes for the next
It's a
10
safe
years.
pick.
But then I'm thinking comeback player of the year. I'm thinking Cam Newton's going to do a lot better than what everyone thinks. I think he's going to be great.
He's a lock for the comeback player of the year.
Yeah, if he stays healthy, you don't just drop off that skill, man.
No way.
Belichick hasn't been able to play with a quarterback like that for a very long time, 20 years. You got McDaniel's got a whole list
I
of
agree with you. He's
plays
not going to
he
want
can
to
do.
suck.
No.
He's not going to want to suck.
And from all accounts, you never hear Bill praise anybody. All you've heard is him praising Cam Newton. He's the first one in the building. No one works harder than him. Mate, when they thought it was Stidham as their quarterback, you didn't hear a word about Stidham. So I think Newton's going to be good. I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
I've got, for me, Baltimore. I think everyone's just writing off Lamar Jackson. I think he only gets better. And to be honest, they didn't lose any pieces really either. And I thought they just got unlucky in a playoff game.
They gained. They drafted well in getting Prince.
They got
and they got Calais Campbell.
One of my favourite college players of all time, J.K. Dobbins.
They did get Dobbins.
Dobbins for fucking nothing.
Yeah,
and he'll play really well. He'll be a good running back addition. So I got Baltimore. There. In the NFC, to be honest, I'm not going past. Look,
Pick your Cowboys, bro.
Cowboys are my roughie.
No,
I'm not going to pick them to be straight out there.
Super Bowl,
but
mate.
for me, San Fran. I like San Fran are a team built on D. They're a D. It's a lot easier to stop someone scoring than it is to score. In
I know,
the
but
NFL.
can you get away with running the ball as much as they did last year?
Yes,
Jimmy G,
absolutely. And Jimmy G won't be better because he had more games behind him full season. So
they're not going to get worse again.
No. So they're my two Super Bowls. Ruffy's definitely Dallas. I think with that offense, if they can get that anywhere near ticking what it's capable of doing, you got 3 wide receivers that could both go for 1,000 yards. You got Zeke for the first fucking year. Thank Christ, he hasn't done anything stupid or been
Full
holding out full
preseason.
preseason. You also they've got a really good young. Another young running back. I forgot his fucking name, but he took quite a few snaps last year, and he's meant to be really highly rated. And D should be pretty good as well. They probably can improve on that, but Kansas City don't really.
If anything, going to let you down.
Yeah, we got rid of Clinton Dix. Got rid of him. What a fucking name, but no, I think we could definitely challenge. There's no reason why. We're definitely a playoff team, and then when you get in the playoffs, it's whatever fucking happens.
And you're in the easy division as well, because I think the Eagles are going to drop off. They've got a few injury worries. I think they're going to struggle, the Eagles, this year.
Yeah.
And then you got Washington and New York. They're not really. So you should get out of your division.
Yeah, we should definitely get out of the division. And then for me, MVP, I'm going probably. Look, it's either Lamar or Mahomes, and I'll probably go Mahomes.
You can't. At the
But
moment, you
my
just
thing
can't
is
see
now
past
Mahomes
him.
has got paid. Does he take the foot off the accelerator?
No way.
He's not that type of guy.
No.
Yeah, so
He's gonna-
I'm going Mahomes,
Yeah.
and then my biggest improver, I have to agree with you. I reckon Cam Newton.
Yeah, it's gotta be
I
Cam.
reckon New England aren't going to be anywhere near as shit as people think, just based on this guy having a full preseason behind
Just a
him.
little bit worried about them not having very many weapons.
Yeah.
They've got N'Keal Henry.
Look,
that
to be
first
honest,
round
you're
draft
probably
pick
not
from
going to
last
want to
year.
run him as much. You want him to stay healthy. Otherwise, they're absolutely fucked. But again, they're not going to care. They've got signed him for nothing. If they end up him getting injured or something like that, fuck it. They'll play one of the other quarterbacks who nobody knows.
Stedham, yeah.
And then if they lose, they lose. They'll try fucking tank and get pretty boy
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor
They're not gonna take
Lawrence.
That bad, mate. He's going to Jacksonville. They're
Jacksonville
not
are
winning a fucking game,
fucking
mate.
throwing it in, haven't they?
Williams left. Ronnie Williams. He left. He elected. I can't remember where he went, but he took a pay cut and he got out of there as well. So
Yeah, look, quick with mine, Mahomes can't get past the MVP. Kansas City will make the Super Bowl. And I actually think the New Orleans Saints will finish off. Breeze will go off on a high note. I actually think they'll win it. I'm going to tip them to win it. So
it's amazing when you think that he hasn't been to a Super Bowl since 09.
well, they've been so close the last
Yeah.
2 years.
They-
One was like a terrible call.
Two
Yeah.
terrible calls.
Two
Just
terrible
past
calls.
him
The Rams one, that was bad.
on.
And I had money on the Rams, and I was like, that's fucking bad.
Yeah. They're
And so,
both
look,
bad.
I think Sean Payton's a great coach, so he'll get it done. And then I think if I was to say a roughie, I'm going to pick my own team. I'm going to say the Colts will surprise everyone. We'll win our division, and we could easily make the AFC Championship game. Not easily, but I could see us making the AFC Championship.
A few predictors I've seen have got you guys finishing like third seed
And
in
I
the
don't
AFC.
normally I don't like to put my team too far out there because you saw before pre-season I tipped the Hawks to finish top 4,
You did.
and we're going to finish bottom 4. So I actually had it right, but just switched it.
Switched it.
But like I think they got a good nucleus, good coach. good team. Phillip Rivers, I think, with a good offensive line, there's no reason why he can't. One, he won't turn over the ball as much. And two, he's got two really good running backs as well now with some good wide receivers. And we need to play well because if we do want to keep T.Y. Hilton, we have to be a good type.
Because he'll go.
Otherwise, he'll go.
But you're right in you saying that the offensive line at his age, because last year he's erratic. He throws a lot of deep balls and stuff. But he had to try and win at Chargers.
Chargers had to do it.
He had to do it. This year, I don't think he's going to be in those positions as much. He's a smart dude. And he's I think this year he's got 3,000 yards to go and he passes Dan Marino, number 5 all time.
All right, guys. What's the lock of the week for the AFL? Just quick.
Lock of
Put
the
your
week.
balls on the line.
Fuck, I don't even know who's playing.
See, it's hard to follow.
So I'm going to say my lock of the week is GWS to beat Melbourne.
No, Port to smash Essendon.
Oh.
See, Essendon are just...
You said lock of the week. Quickly.
Well, I didn't realise the next... Brisbane are beating St Kilda. That's obvious. Sydney, sorry. Ooh, I'm going Geelong, Richmond.
Do it.
Locking in Geelong. If they win this, they're winning the flag.
Oof. Good call.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of episode 1. The inaugural, the premiere.
If you like it, rate it, like it, tell your friends. If you don't like it,
You've been listening
shut the
to
fuck
Any
up.
Give and Take.
Don't tell
Follow
anyone.
the boys on Instagram and Twitter at Any Give and Take.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.